Okay, people, the stage is set. That's what I'm going to call this video. I want you to understand what this place is. And to understand that what this place is, we must understand what is around us. They show you the zodiac with the sun in the middle. That is incorrect. If any sun here, it's the third eye sun of the earth. All of this is a projection. I'm going to call it a projection. It's all being projected. The earth is in the middle. It's geocentric, not heliocentric. The sun travels through here. The sun and the moon and the planets travel through this circle. They can't be in the middle of the circle and travel through it as well. It is the earth that is in the middle of the circle. Each house of the zodiac is like a stage. We're at a theater. We're at the opera house. The earth is in the middle. We're the audience. The lights from the stars are being projected to the earth from each stage. The planets and the sun and the moon are the characters. There are 9. 1 is missing. It got killed. There were 10. We call it the asteroid belt now. As the planets move through the zodiac, they are moving from one stage or one play to another. And each house represents a different story. And the story changes as different characters or planets, the sun and the moon, show up in them. And they have different roles. They change as they move through. They're also connected to the chakras in our body. They are also us. It's projecting down. This is like a film strip that is playing out. And the lights project to the screen. We're the screen. We're the stage. We're the audience. We're the participants. We are watching the show while we're in the show. And the show changes. Right now, the show is right here on this line. We're between 2 shows. That's why I call it a late night double feature picture show. And we're in between. This is the time you get up and go get your popcorn. Go take a piss or whatever you got to do. Because the main event is coming. And you don't want to miss the opening scene. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to knock you off your feet. It's going to grab your attention immediately. And the next one, it's a double feature in one. Because Saturn rules both of these houses. It's 2 in 1. With no break in the middle. This line will be removed. The wall will come down. Just like the wall came down between the eagle and the serpent, and they became 2 signs. The wall was put up here. They were 1 sign. The walls will come down here. I believe we'll move back to a 5 constellation zodiac. 5. For a particular reason. 1, we were told to repent. Pent is 5. That means do the 5 again. 5 times 72 is 360. I've done this. Right now, they've got us on the 12. And 12 times 12 is 144. The Jewish number for God is 216. 144 and 216 makes the perfect circle. 12 times 12 being 144. You can also get to 144 through pi and phi. That's why there are 2 matrices, or PHI. The 3.14 and the 1.618. Pi does it this way, 12 times 12. Phi does it this way. It adds the numbers to itself. It goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144. This one takes 12 moves to do. It's solar. This one takes 13 moons to do. It's lunar. This is the masculine one that we're looking at here, the 12, and this is the feminine one. Pi is the solar calendar. Phi, feminine, is the lunar calendar. Now, let me show you the new one, the New Jerusalem. And I saw the New Jerusalem, the holy city, coming down out of heaven. 72 times 5 is 360. It looks like this. That's 360 degrees, and it has 5 points on it. You add 5 days for these points. That makes it 365. That's how we fix the calendar. That's how we fix the zodiac. We don't add a leap year. The leap year's the problem. They're changing the times and the seasons. This thing's supposed to turn. That's why tropical astrology is wrong, and it's off by 1,700 years, which is 23.5 degrees, which spells we. They did it. We did it. It's the magic. It's the magic E, the magic 5. When you say www, that's 23, 23, 23, or 555. 555, there's no such telephone extension as 555. It's not allowed. You see it in the movies. Anytime in the movies they want to call somebody, they're calling 555. But try to call a 555 number. It does not exist. There's no such extension. It's not allowed. We're not allowed that. This is a magic circle. It's an alchemical circle. The purpose of an alchemical circle is to bring out the best of a thing, the essence of a thing, and to throw the crap away. It's like distilling alcohol. You take the grain, you add the water, you put ferment, you put the heat over it, you ferment it, then you distill it. We're in this line is distillation here. And it vaporizes. That's an air sign. You go from the water, the fermentation, see the two fish going around each other, they're fermenting, and then we get distilled here. And it goes into what? The air, from the water to the air. Distillation. The purifying of a thing, the essence. And you go through the copper tube to get there. When you have a moonshine steel, you use copper for a particular reason. And when it goes through that copper, the heart chakra, Venus, the heart chakra, Venus, to get to the other side. And there's the water of life pouring out. It's the essence of a thing. It's the water of a life. We're going through the purification of our soul. We've been in fermentation. We're now in distillation. And we're being purified. With Saturn and Pluto both in Sagittarius, our ideologies are being purified. Our ideologies. What we believe. Our belief systems. Our philosophies. It's the house of philosophy. And our old philosophies are being purged. We're throwing off. We're getting rid of. Because when Saturn and Pluto move into Capricorn, we're going to get new. A new government, a new military, a new education system, a new agricultural system. And then when that Pluto moves into Aquarius, and then into Pisces, those 2 ages there, it's going to be incredible. To me, 2020 alone when Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn meet. In Kabbalistic astrology, Saturn took over for 36 years 2 years ago. Now we're moving into an age of Saturn. Saturn is fixing to dominate over Jupiter in Capricorn because Jupiter's debilitated in Capricorn in 2020 when they meet. Saturn's knocking this out of the ballpark in every way possible. He's winning at every turn. And Jupiter cannot understand what's going on. Jupiter is your desires, your philosophy in Sagittarius, and your religion in Pisces. Jupiter rules this age of Pisces and the age of Sagittarius. And Saturn's wreaking havoc on them both. He's had enough of the imposters. Pisces is an age of blind faith. Its motto is, I believe. It's an age of illusion and deception, treachery. It's the age of the church religion. Religion's done with. Philosophy's done with. As we move into Aquarius, we don't have to have philosophy on what we believe or religion to practice our beliefs. We're going to know. It's the age of knowing. When you talk about the fixed cross, you're talking about 4 stars. This star right here is Fomalhaut. This one is Regulus. This one is Antares and Aldebaran in Taurus. Aldebaran, Taurus, and Regulus are the 3 nails on the man on the fixed cross. His left hand is Scorpio, the eagle, not the scorpion, the creature in heaven. His right hand, nailed, is Taurus, the bull, Aldebaran. The nail in his feet is Leo, the lion. The eclipse happened in last year on the nail in the feet of the Messiah. And the sun and the sky went black when he was crucified. Do you understand what I just said there? On the 3rd hour. The 3rd hour is 9 o'clock in the morning. Exactly when the eclipse happened. The 3rd hour. They count it from sunrise at 6. There is not a nail in his head. Fomalhaut is a triple star system. It has 3 stars. It's a crown of thorns. It's the crown. In Arabic, Aquarius is the king constellation. In the Greek, it represents the 3rd eye. Fomalhaut represents the 3rd eye. If you Google images, let me see if I can get that. I think I have an image of that. Hold on. Okay, this is the triple star system of Fomalhaut. They call it Fomalhaut A, the one in the middle, B, and then the one on the left. This one represents the all-seeing eye in Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. They show you this image. But this is the crown of thorns right here, because there are 3. And that's why it's not a nail. This is the guiding light. Fomalhaut. It's the brightest star, and that whole part of the sky is Fomalhaut, one of the 4 fixed stars of the man on the cross. Let's go back to our other image. Zodiac, New Jerusalem coming, new Zodiac coming. I'm seeing it more and more clearly what's going on. And Saturn's going to be controlling all of this because in Aquarius, Saturn controls astrology. And I think when Saturn moves into Aquarius, we're going to start seeing the new Jerusalem coming, the new Zodiac coming, down out of heaven. All of these stages, I call them, the ages are stages. Okay? And they're all represented on a place down here on the earth. Taurus was in Egypt, in Africa. Aries was in the Middle East, in Asia. Pisces is ruled in Europe, out of the north, the waters. Aquarius is ruled from South America. Capricorn is North America. These we know. We know what Quetzalcoatl is. The Scorpio and Libra were also South America. We can get that from the other ancient tales. Scorpio was an eagle in one legend, but in the Native American traditions, it's the great turtle that came up out of the water, Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. It's also the feathered serpent. It's an eagle with a serpent in its claws. And we find all of that ancient architecture down in Central and South America. So we know. And it's divided. It's divided here. One side and the other. And they match up. From one side of the earth to the other. Taurus used to be Leo. We see the lion man in Africa. That they tell us that's Egypt. When the Sphinx right there tells us it used to be Babylon. And they rebuilt it, imposed the constellations of Leo, the triple star system of Leo, the bands of Orion, when it's the triple star system of Fomalhaut. Fomalhaut is the stone the builders, the masons, rejected. They rejected it. They rejected Fomalhaut, and they chose Sirius instead in Taurus. And they gave you the 3 stars of Orion instead of the 3 stars of Fomalhaut. The 3 stars of Fomalhaut fit the pyramids exactly. But to make the pyramids fit Orion, they have to move the calendar by 10,000 years. You don't have to move it at all. It matches Fomalhaut every day of every year, no matter how many years you add or subtract. It's perfect because it's the man on the cross. In the Greek, it represents the third eye. All of the stars in Aquarius, in the Greek, talk about the brain, the fornax, the thalamus. No man comes to the Father but by me. To get to the pineal gland, you have to go through the thalamus. The name of Fomalhaut in Arabic is Thalam. And it means educator, instructor, teacher, guide. It's your guiding light as the world turns. So, this is the stage. We're at the Opera House. Earth in the middle. It's almost showtime. No time to run. Don't put down your crosses. Don't give up. Simply go get your popcorn. Go get your drink. Get back in your chair. Change chairs if you want to. Move to another part of the theater or the drive-in. But don't check out. The show is fixing to start. We're seeing the stage set now. All the characters are going to move into position on the solstices. This one, the winter solstice. Saturn takes control permanently in 2020. And he is not the bad guy. The bad guy is the imposter in the age of Aquarius. It's Jupiter trying to put on a goat skin, inverting Baphomet. Actually, it's the ram he's putting on. If you notice the horns on Baphomet, they're not goat's horns. It's called the Jacob's ram. I've done the video too about the goat of Mendes. There is no such thing. In the ancient Egyptian, it was the ram of Mendes. And they keep trying to put on the goat, because the goat is represented by Saturn, the god of let there be, where the ram is the god of fire, thou shalt not. Pisces, Jupiter, this is the god of grace, mercy, because he's going to need that mercy. He's been very, very bad boy here. He needs the grace and mercy. You will judge by what measure you judge others. He knows that for us to be forgiven, we must forgive him. Because karma's coming. And it's karma because we're going to know the truth. Not a half-truth, the whole truth. We're not going to need blind faith anymore. We're not going to need philosophy anymore. Because we're going to know. Because everybody's going to open your third eye. And you're going to know. Then nobody can lie to you. Nobody can deceive you. Nobody can put on a costume, a mask, masquerade around and pretend to be something they're not. You're going to know even as you are known. You're going to know exactly who you're dealing with. And then there'll be no excuses. That's why it's going to be karma, the law of equivalent exchange. To get something, you must give something of equal value. An eye for an eye. Because what you sow is exactly what you will reap. You will not be able to deceive anyone, not even yourself. Many of us born today, because of the way they've set the calendar up, and because we're between two ages, and we got this leap year thing, right now we have some people that are born in the age of Aquarius. To me, they're your sleepers. The ones that are born in the age, Pisces, they're your sleepers. And then some of us are born in the age of Aquarius. Just minutes or days apart. And you can tell who's who. The sleepers and the wakers. Some of it call it Mandela affected. If you see the Mandela effect, you're awake. If I consider you Aquarian. If you don't see the Mandela effect, you're still asleep in Pisces. And you don't want to wake up. You don't want to know the truth. Because your whole paradigm's coming down and you won't be able to handle it. You can't. Pisceans, the sleepers, can't handle the truth. And when we wake them up, we literally destroy them. Because now that they've lost faith, but they don't know shit. They've lost their faith, but they don't know shit. And you've left them with nothing but gloom, doom, and despair. If you're going to wake them up, introduce them to the knowing before you wake them up. Biblically, it's stated like this: beware casting a demon out, because 7 more will come to replace it. If you're going to throw a demon out, you better be prepared to put the truth in its place. You don't just wake somebody up and tell them everything you believe's a lie. And prove it to them. And then what happens to them? They have no faith. They don't have any knowing. You just woke them up. The alarm went off. They woke up and they're going, where the hell am I? What am I doing here? What's going on? I'm scared. I don't like this. I want to go back to sleep. I want to go back in the matrix. So beware casting out those illusions on people, because you're going to be held accountable for them. Give them truth as they are able to receive it. Don't shove it down their throat. Plant the seed. Walk away. Let the Holy Spirit water it, grow it. You can come back and pick the fruit later. Just like the sun, we plant the seed. We don't stand over the seed and say, you grow, you do this. You're just going to destroy the seed. Just let the sun do its work. Let the lights, the stars do their job. You just plant the seed of truth a little bit at a time as they can handle it, and let them slowly wake up into truth, into knowing, instead of waking up going, what the hell's going on? That's what happens to us when we wake up. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? The $1 million questions, right? The answers are Aquarius. Learn that constellation. If you want to learn it in the Greek, go to Bill Donahue's channel. I'm not going to try to touch it. I got a playlist, Bill Donahue Aquarius. And he talks about all of this. And he does it from the Greek. I'm giving it to you from the Arabic. They're the same thing. The king, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, the crown, the man on the fixed cross. We're both giving it to you from the Bible. He's giving you the Greek translation. I'm giving you the original Aramaic tongue. There is no book. I'm giving it to you. And it was a gift to me. My life led me along a path that I learned Arabic very young. And I was fascinated with it. When I realized I'd already knew Spanish and French, so I knew how the languages were connected. I was starting to see it. But I really woke up when I learned that Greek and Arabic were reversals of each other in alchemy. They're reversals. One is masculine, one is feminine. One writes from right to left, and the other one writes from left to right. But if you fix that little problem, where they scribbled the scriptures and gave us Bible, Bibble, Babble, and divided the tongues, you will see they are the same. Fomalhaut is Thalem reversed. Throw away your vowels. Those vowels to L, the vow. Take no oath. I belong to no organization. I've taken no oaths. Any oaths I've taken, I have fulfilled or in the process of fulfilling to keep my promises. All right, the stage is set. The characters are in play. They're going to set the stage for 2020 on the winter solstice. The big players all in Capricorn, while the Sun and Mercury is in Jupiter's house of Sagittarius.